Right, I just realised before I tidy up the workshop today, because I've got some friends over to brew some beer, there's something I can actually do, which is to cut out the cover plate to the back of the hinges now that I've welded on the bracing. So that's something I'm going to do, which will only take half hour or so. Gives us a closer look at how the inner wing ties in with everything. Also gives us a chance to identify any more rust, which I'm sure there will be some. So I'll flip the camera around and then you can see what I'm talking about. Really probably not going to be very long at all. Like I say, I've got to tidy up and get ready for this evening. So this is the panel that needs removing. You can see it's welded here. I'm not too fussed about it because we have the inner wing being replaced, but from my previous videos you'll understand that this comes through, and I didn't realise until now it comes past this cover plate and goes into the back of the main post here. Now that this is welded very well, well, not very well at all, badly, there's less likely to be deflection in here, so I can have a closer look and just see what we've got. I'm intending on just cutting through here and then probably in reality cutting the rest away just through here because it's been welded on, as you can see. I know you can't, there you go. Just some, looks like spot welds there. Looks like drill through spots from a MIG by the looks of it. That's not factory. So that's the little plan. Just see how we get on. Yeah, wish me luck. So I haven't cut the whole thing out. I've come up to about here, come across here. So it's off on those two edges. I'm going to try and get these welds out now, and then we can have a little look in, see what we're dealing with. Okay, so I've managed to get the bottom part cut off. This is nicely welded still. Funny enough, you can see some old burn holes there, so it didn't have an expert weld on it before previously, thank goodness. Coming away quite nicely. I think I'm going to be lucky with this A post. I don't think I'm going to need to replace the whole thing. Maybe the bottom half, I don't know. I'm just going to carry on peeling it away. This shouldn't take too long. I'm just cutting, I'm opening, cutting, opening, cutting. So a couple more minutes, it should be done. So really not too bad. I've got them nice and neatly, I think, around the spot welds. I haven't really damaged the A post, which is a relief. So I've just got the last one here to get out, which I'll cut neatly into. Come across here very, very carefully so that I don't cut into the other side of the metal, and then we can have a proper poke around inside here. I might be going mad, but I don't know if it's all that terrible. I've said this before, haven't I? And I was going mad. So we'll have a closer look. All right, so I think this is quite interesting in some ways. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, so that, oh no, I was about to say that doesn't look too bad, but it is. Looks, I mean, there's some odd things going on. I mean, these aren't odd, but I think they are odd. So this A post comes down on a seam. I assume that's right for the car. Maybe this is a repair. And anyway, this comes through, then it's rolled back here with some welds. I'm not too sure that would be correct. If I look at the panel I've got, there's no sort of rolled areas on it or anything cut back. All I've got, I see, I've got the folded section there. Oh goodness. Oh goodness, I didn't realise that. So that folded section is this part that comes back onto the body here. I'm working it all out. Don't know if you can guess. I'm trying to work it out. Then that should come all the way down and sit over and back. And then this is welded on top. So I think it's had some work. Obviously had some work. Excuse the dog scrabbling at the door. Has it had... Oh, I don't know. So this is probably the original, I'm guessing. Is it? I don't know. Ugh. Or is this new? This is a new piece that they've then bent backwards around here and patched up, and I'm not too sure. I do think that we're going to be adapting this, though. I'm not going to... I don't see the need in taking all of this out at all, really. Goodness, it is interesting. So yeah, there's the flat piece. Then if I hold this up, give you an idea. There's the wing bolts there. There. So this part with the step goes around and in. So I guess that should be flush across here, stepping up here, and then coming around, and that should have sort of a flange on it like that, but it doesn't. Yeah, this has been sort of patched. Not the greatest of work, really, is it? Looking at it closely, we do have... Oh, look. Is that where the old wing was? Is this the old... I don't know what's going on. I don't want to, I'm really curious to see what's behind all here, because I don't think we can see in there, because no, we can't, because that's kind of where the floor... But you can see there's my hand through the door, and I can... There it is there, and this is just sort of corroded old box section here. Yeah, I mean, that must... See, I want to say that's factory because it's in place, but I don't want to say it's factory because we've got this weird fold here and it's bent back. It's explaining a lot why this door was never the best. I'm starting to think that that's now also a non-factory weld. Well, it is about the right line for a weld. I think you may have gathered on. I don't know. I just don't know. Interesting. I mean, how are these held in? No, these are different, but then this is that how it would be captured normally? Why is it white? Looks quite Heath Robinson, doesn't it? That might be how it is. Give itself some room for adjustment. Okay. Well, I'm going to have a little ponder about this and have a think what we can do. What I am going to do, because I do want to cut a lot of the wing out, but do I need to cut it all out? Shall I bring it down here, say? I don't know. Do I keep this? I don't think I do. I think ideally all this needs to be new. If you look carefully, you can see there's a plate there. Maybe it's just been overwelded. I don't know. Okay, so the plot thickens really. And the other thing I was going to look at before I tidy up is on my old tie plate. Do you remember I mentioned on the last one that, yeah, look at that. So I think the chassis has been dented more than anything. I don't think that should be like that. My goodness knows what would have made that dent like that. I mean, it looks like it was done on purpose, but if you look at, yeah, like that, no. Yes, so that's obviously been cut out to accommodate that, but why, I don't know. When I bought the rolling chassis all those years ago, they did have grand plans to sort of, I don't know, hot rod it, I suppose, or put a bigger engine. Maybe for something like a Fiat twin cam, that little piece of chassis is in the way. I'm not sure. I'm going to see if I can bash that back, because I don't need it bent like that. The engine is, for all intents and purposes, the same size. It's a 1275, which is just a fraction longer, but it sits within the engine bay absolutely fine. Where the dent is give or take where the oil filter is, and that's not exactly in the way. If you're curious, it's got a Sierra 5-speed on it, which I put on in the 90s, maybe the 2000s. And that means it's got a bespoke aluminium cast bell housing that picks up the two different components. It works well. I mean, I don't know if you watched the other videos, but you saw it was all rather loose under there. I was quite surprised. There's a number of loose bolts on the gearbox mounts, and it probably explains why it had a vibration at about 70 miles an hour. So hopefully that will fix it if we ever get this back on the road. But for the time being, I'm going to have a good tidy up. I've got my friends over. There's our beer settling. We try and brew once a month. So I better make this a little bit more hygienic and a bit more accommodating. And maybe a video later of us brewing, if anybody's interested in that, and we can show you that process. It does get rowdy towards the end. Anyway, that will do. Thank you.